Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. I am here today with Pianoteq 8. That is the latest revision from Pianoteq, starting right off the bat. If you look at the screen here that you come on with, they show you right off the bat what piano you're playing and what environment it is in. That is so cool. So whatever piano you choose, you get to see what the piano it is and the environment it's in. So this was the Bechstein D 282, which I love, and that's what you just heard me play. So if we go to something like a Steinway, let's go to the Steinway D from Hamburg, and we're going to choose the studio recording version of it. There we go. There is the picture of the Steinway we'll be playing and the environment we're playing it in. So no matter what piano we pick, we get to see what it is and what kind of environment we're recording it in. So let's go to something like a Grotrian, and we're going to choose a Concert Royal. Take a look at that. And if we go to something like a Steinway D New Age, and look at the background on that, that is so cool. Let's see what it sounds like. I mean, I can go through all of these. It is so cool, but basically I don't have enough time for that. But it is really cool that you can see what you're playing and the environment it's in. So that is one of the biggest and most wonderful improvements I have seen in Pianoteq 8 versus all the previous Pianoteq versions. Love it. Now, another thing that they have come up with, and I'm just going to cover what's new in Pianoteq 8. I have covered Pianoteq 7, 6, 5, all the versions, so you can go ahead and watch those and see what those are all about, because whatever I've included in those are also included in Pianoteq 8. So we're just going to cover what's new. All right, so the next thing, the next major thing they have here, and I am not a guitar player. I'm a pianist. I really don't know how to play guitar. And when I play guitar on any piano that also includes guitar sounds, it just doesn't sound right. But with the Pianoteq, with their guitar, it really sounds awesome. So now I am revitalized as to, if I'm going to play guitar, I'm going to use Pianoteq. Listen to this. Just check this out. We're going to go to guitar here, and we see that we have all these different guitars to choose from. And let's start out with what the first one is. This is a classical guitar warm. Let's choose that, and you can see the setting. Just like the piano, you can see the actual guitar and the setting. Just exquisite. And of course you can adjust all these different things, from action to mallet bounce to equalizer And they have note effects in addition to just plain old effects. There is so much here you can do to customize the guitar to make it sound exactly the way you want to. And this is what's been missing from all other programs that I've been using. Really, you can set the guitar exactly the way you want with this version of Pianoteq. I think this is one of the greatest improvements they have had to date because, as I've said, I'm not a guitarist. I don't like the guitars that are included with other keyboards or VSTs until now. This is absolutely amazing. So much so, let's check out some of the other guitar settings here. So let's choose a classical guitar gentle, and let's see what that sounds like. And look at that environment. And you can see right off the bat down here, we've got different delay and presets and another delay with presets and compression and so on and so forth. Now let's go back here and see what else we have available to us. 12 string. I always enjoy 12 string guitars. Let's see what we can do with that and look at the setting again here. Here's a classical guitar Purist. Here's a classical guitar Dirty. And you can hear the nuances of that. And here's a classical guitar melodic vibrato. Anyway, the whole idea here is that the classical guitar that they've introduced here is so cool. It reproduces classical guitar like I have not heard in any other VST or program. I really love it. So modeling really gives this the boost that it really needs for guitar playing. So overall, what they've done with this, they've improved the piano. It might be subtle, but there is definitely an improvement here. They've also improved the harp model. So let me just go ahead and bring up some of the harp models here. Under piano predecessors, we have concert harp and a whole bunch of different things here. Let's go with the concert harp player. And let's just choose one from the Celtic harp. And let's see what we got here. Let's choose a Celtic harp suite. And one of the improvements they've done to this is the damper pedal actually dampens the harp. And one of the other improvements they're coming up with, actually in addition, they are going to come up with an iOS version. How cool is that? Now, they're not coming up with an Android version yet. That might be in the future, but look for the iOS version in the near future. You're going to come up with that, and that is so cool. Now, as far as note effects, let me go back to a piano here. Let's go back to a Steinway B. Okay, now you look up here, you've got a Snowflake. This has been done before with menus, but now they have a Snowflake up here so you can go directly to it. When you change from one setting to another, basically you lose all the settings that you have set for that particular setting when you go to another setting. This Snowflake allows you to freeze the settings that you want to keep. So if you want to keep like tuning settings or velocity settings or any of that stuff here, so you can go ahead and check any of these off, and those will be preserved for when you go and switch to another instrument and you want to keep things like keyboard velocity, that kind of thing. Anything that you want to keep from one setting to another, you can do that with the Snowflake option, which is the freeze option. We've had it before, but it's so cool that they moved it to right there in front where you can get to it immediately. Then we have the A, B, and the not equal. So basically, you can have two different settings. You can have an A settings for whatever piano you want and a B setting for another piano that you want. Doesn't have to be piano, but we're going to use this for this example. So you have two different pianos, and basically you can go ahead and compare this with A and B, and if you like what you have, you can go ahead and copy the settings from A to B or B to A. That is so cool. So there's a lot of new things here, and the GUI is completely new as well. And one of the things here, if you look at these things, like these mix and delay and feedback and tone and so on and so forth, you've got this round circle, and you can go ahead and drag it. Whereas with the previous version, you had more of a square that is more like an actual mixer. So I kind of like the square better, but with this version, okay, they've got the round ones. That's cool, not a problem, but I like the square better. All right, so everything else I've already covered in the previous versions of these, but basically I'm covering what's new in these, and the best thing that I absolutely love is the picture of what you're playing and the environment it's in. That is just so cool. I mean, that is, to me, the biggest improvement. I just love it. Now we're going to go to like electric pianos. Check this out. Here's a vintage Tynes Mark II, and this is what it looks like, and this is the kind of environment you're playing it in. Here's some vintage reeds. Let's just hear a W260s pop soft. And even if you go to drums, let's choose this tank drum, which is pretty cool here. And that's what you're looking at here, and that's the environment. Pretty cool. Here's a concert harp binaural. So the bottom line with Pianoteq is they are continue to be excellent. They improve with every version. And this version, as I showed you, this is so cool. Being able to see the actual instrument you're playing and the environment you're playing it in, along with all the other improvements. So for being modeled software, it is so cool. And I gotta stress again that they are so accurate in the reproduction of Steinway pianos that Steinway and Sons actually endorsed it. And there is actually no reason to question why Steinway endorsed it. Just listen to this. This is a Hamburg Steinway D. Listen to those low notes. Those are really cool. So let's choose another Steinway because this is actually endorsed by Steinway. Let's choose the New York version and let's go with something like a Steinway D Cinematic. And I mean, there is so many Steinways to choose from. Let's go back to the Hamburg, which is my favorite. And let's go to the binaural. And of course, one of the other favorites of mine is the Bechstein, and that's the D282. Here's the piano. This is the environment we're playing it in. Very cool. So I urge you to go ahead to go to the Modart website, download the free version of this so that you can try it out for yourself. And if you like it, go ahead and purchase it. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee you that. For modeling software, this is absolutely the best. No questions asked. So I hope this has helped you out. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.